I got it uploaded now. I'm now broadcasting on YouTube. And I literally just typed in the description saying that before Saizo gets nerfed, damage should be erased for either the play for the characters, the vanguards, and or the boss's HP should be lowered because this is not fucking SAO. You shouldn't be needing a fucking SAO. Let me give you fucking 16 fucking characters to kill the fucking boss versus Onigiri 5 characters. Oh. You're gonna make it the fucking SAO boss, the HP of value, and allow us to have fucking 16 characters there. Yeah. And Nick, did you hear about? I know you heard about Graven said when I said something about they should raise our damage cap. Oh, that would make the Mac and Thomas uses. No, want it. They bought those as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, ironically, the side part is, it's like, yeah, you can make an argument saying Lion's Claw is quote unquote the best thing because it gives you a chance to get 5% damage buff with 2 helmets. Okay, neat, but if that makes me only do 5% more damage plus 10% based on the fire and 10% based on ice, ooh, wow, guys, I can't wait to see my damage cap go from damage cap to damage cap. Because I really make a big old difference, man. We hit damage cap on damage cap, guys. Woohoo! Anyone want to give me a big thumbs up? A big fucking hell yeah? It's called figure out other things. Yeah. Nope. They won't even allow you to have fucking combos. We got the whole chain system there, which is... Oh, I wonder what that does. Wow, it just counts up how many times I hit the same enemy? Thanks, Cybershot. Why not lock in there saying, hey, damage cap increases every 10 fucking hits? Or 30 hits, or 40 hits for everyone who's in the damn party. Give us a reason to care. Right now, we have nothing. Yep. He's going to help his girlfriend. Yep. Like I read. Mm-hmm. Like I literally... Like, I'm sorry to say it, but it's like, even look at like where I'm stuck with this current character technically. I don't want to even get past that fight for one big reason. It's not worth it by this stage. Well, I can get stupid poison or spoof or stupid to fight Magadamas, which are good, but useless. Because they're not gonna make the character hit harder than the character already does hit in the long run. Mm-hmm. And it does not matter what weapon you're running. Anyone who says, anyone who basically wants to say, oh, well, Abyss you want to crit with, I'm sorry to tell you, it's easy to get there. I can literally make my main character who is holding the Abyss, which three Firebug Magatamas, get 100% crit. You can do the same thing with Nothingness. So the biggest problem Nothingness had before is that it wouldn't crit. You can't make it have a high crit chance. You can go higher than that now. Well, my problem, they raise it by 20. So you go from negative 30 to negative 50. It's not hard to make up for, though. Like, that's the sad part. You don't even need the right accessories to quote unquote truly get there. If you got the right accessories, sure, you're there faster, but the only problem is, okay, so we got, what, 50 different ways of doing more damage. But we have 0 ways of doing Higher damage? And when I take the move that, like, fucking one shot Sublime for sword, which hits 32 fucking times and hit 32 damage caps? My good lord, we just did it. We just broke the game. Aye, aye, Captain, we just broke the game. Oh, wait. You're not hitting higher than the normal damage cap, so aye, aye, Captain, we are not breaking the game because we're still hitting for fucking the original 10 million damage, and we're not hitting over that 10 million damage still to this day. Besides, we're a fucking proc on weapons. Basically, that would technically be 32 million if we could hit 10 million every single hit, but seeing it's a whole point under 10 million, it's just under 31 million of all fucking things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure, your biggest reason to basically go for the next thing would be, hey, get your hands on the vanguard. There's only one problem. That vanguard doesn't do enough damage compared to your own fucking character. It does the same damage as your fucking character. No, that's not the drawback. The drawback is it's doing the same damage as you. You're not doing higher damage if you use a fucking vanguard and wants to add a block that says it does higher damage. If I hit damage cap on my fucking character and I use vanguard, I'm hitting damage cap for the fucking vanguard. Like, Saizo or no vanguard, period, should have ever been nerfed in this game. This is fucking stupid. If something's getting nerfed, then either A, player damage raise, B, vanguard damage completely raised, not just one, not just two, all. Or C, lower the HP of the bosses if you do not want to raise the damage cap. No boss should have over a fucking million. As far as I'm concerned, no boss should have over 30 fucking million of worth of HP. Meaning one shot Sublime with a hit per cap, every single hit, should flat out kill any boss in the game. If you hit damage cap for every single fucking hit, which would be impossible against every single mob. Woohoo, it kills any mob. Mm-hmm. Or if they resist slice at all, it cuts the damage. The concept is well, you're cutting half your damage if they resist even a quarter of the skill. No skill is just pure dark besides for certain moves, and it's like, even if they are, well, you're not hitting hard with those ones because it's only usually like 1 or 2 procs, if not 6 at most, so it's not like you're killing the boss any fucking time soon. I'm in, by the way. And rabbit. Not sure if he's on. Yeah, but he could be sleeping, like you said. Because I know earlier, before I went to sleep, he was still up at least. He's still up all the way to 8 a.m. for me. That would only been, if he would have got off right when I got off, that would only been 9 hours that he slept for. You'd be wiser to hit Craven up and see if you can get Craven to come join us. Or you'd be wiser eventually to see if Chris be able to come and join. Possibly. Mm-hmm. Now you gotta carry someone in spear. Oh, thirsty. Mm-hmm. Probably. Possibly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can hear it. That was already said. That's. I really would have loved to ask the fucking creators of Saizo, like, what the fuck are you guys trying to do? What the fuck are you trying to do? Are you guys trying to make the bosses where it requires 32 fucking players to kill? Without ever giving us the ability to go into the dungeon with 32 fucking players? Like, what the fuck? I don't think they're ever gonna allow us 32 fucking players into a fucking dungeon. That's the sad part. Sure, maybe I could see one thing. I could see one thing and one thing only. I could see if they quote unquote with my idea of fucking like allowing us to call upon our alts, where if everyone called upon a single alt, then sure, that'd be at least quote unquote what 10 technically extra characters. But I don't see them wanting to add that because they're fucking retarded. At least I would balance the game a little bit more, especially if they were to make all partners stronger. Make the yokai stronger to where it's not just complete dog shit. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Like all other partners besides the vanguards are just meh. And really even vanguards themselves are meh. I'm sorry. I still stick to my original argument. Assists are the strongest fucking partners right now that we have. Because if you're not playing the vanguard, they're just complete fucking retarded. Even Saizo, sorry to say it, retarded. I know some people would probably argue with me on that, but she's still fucking about as dog shit as she always is, as all the other ones are. Yeah, sure, she fights. Woohoo. There's only one problem. Does she heal herself? Not really. So she still fucking dies. Zoto Nobunaga, even though she's Oogie happy, who hits harder than Saizo guaranteed when you're not playing as her, when the AI is in control of the fucking Vanguard. Does Oda fucking even fucking make a difference? No, even though she is Oogie happy and for the highest damage. Mm-hmm. If there's no reason, in my opinion, for none of our partners to be hitting for dog shit damage when you're not fucking physically them. When they can make the assist at least able to hit for good damage. My opinion, the best Vanguard is the Vanguard that more or less. Well, guys, the player's currently fighting over there. I'm gonna stand back and fucking just be as far fucking from combat as fucking possible, so I don't take damage. Period. Not teleport to the other fucking player ever. Make sure I stay within 50 fucking meters of the fucking player. Mitsumax. Like before anything, like the sad part is, and I mean this on the letter, but if anyone ends up watching this video, and if my voice is actually coming through, if you end up saying, oh, if they couldn't do that, there's other games that have done it. There's other games that have done it better. Let's look at, I don't know, Conan Exiles, which literally gives you partners to bring out that you can literally set the distance that they follow you. You can set them to where they don't fucking, they're either A, right on your ass, where they follow as close to as 5 meters, or you can set them as far back as fucking 50 meters. Like, there is no reason for this game not to have those extra bonus modifiers. You missed one towards the very far left. There's no reason for no game to have the ability of nothing like Like, my ideas are sound where they're in other games. A fucking fighting game like Xenoverse allows you to have your own fucking alternate characters, literally choosable, where you can actually run them as a AI character. Why can't Onigiri do that? Why can't they raise the damage cap after fucking 10 fucking retarded years of the game being alive? Sure. Fucking back in 5 years, I would say sure, we didn't need the damage cap. Now we definitely do, because the bosses are just getting higher and higher and higher and higher. Not even almost fun to even go for certain weapons, because you need fucking certain vanguards. You need certain fucking bullshit by this point. I don't think that plan worked. Yeah, but this guy shoot you too often with this big giant fucking room. They shoot you way too often. You could try that. Not really. You don't have the whole group following you. Yeah, but that's our one problem. You put off the mags in one fucking giant ass fucking spot. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, it's not like Cyber's that's in a fucking move to make it where the mag office items would technically teleport. But now added to the filter system, and they're like, yeah, that's good. We don't care, that's good. Even though it works half the time. Mm-hmm. It works when it wants to work. Give us another week and we'll fucking start modifying it, and most likely we'll make it even worse. Give us me to do weeks, we'll do it as well. We could do even worse. Give us a bit more time after that. You guys probably won't even want to fucking touch this shit. That's how fucking smart we are. You guys won't want to touch this shit because we'll keep fucking with it until it's completely useless by that stage. Run, driving, I'm out of boost, you butthead. Like, I really wish I could say I'm joking by that stage, but fuck, there are nerfing skills. They're not. They're rated the same if they're not going to nerf that shit eventually. If they fucking already screwed over vanguards, what's going to be the time before they screw over the rest of the fucking game? And the sad part is like me and Simon were talking about last night before I got off. They could have done way better with even the fucking assist. Imagine stopping this great going for his electric attack that hits like 7 times. What's my assistant do? Do I heal the player? Do I fucking run for my life? Or do I support? Or do I kill the player? Well, I'm gonna try to heal you because this is gonna be the last thing I do again, no matter what. Because I don't have no fucking intelligence behind my fucking thought pattern. It's heal, 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 heal. If I don't heal you, I don't fucking do my job, so I gotta heal you. Instead of being... Because you stopped in text and stuff. Don't let your friends you sign yet.
Oh my god, it's hot.
May as well. You don't have to lower your HP just to get a few minor damage points. Right? You don't have to lower your HP just to get a few minor extra damage points. Yeah, true. In the long run, we're not really farming this where the boss 100%. We get you to drops from them. We can basically just start popping out once we get to the final room. The part I just find sad about the whole Saizo nerf thing is just wondering though, why is no one really making videos on it at all? Oro is not making a video. It's fucking whatever his name is that basically plays in the Japanese version does not seem to really fully care. No, the funny part is they all care. All the JP players would be caring as well, but the problem is it's just like back in the day when we got the vanguard switch bug, as I called it more or less. No one wanted to do anything about it. No one wanted to talk about it. No one wanted to do anything about it. No one even wanted to figure out the way to actually deal with the problem. Like, the problem with cyberstuff in the long run, it's not even cyberstuff's problem in the long run. You could basically make the argument saying how many of the players are actually going out of their way to actually care. They'll complain saying, well, let's build him when I care. This happens or that happens. But it's like, why? Why act like you care when you don't? It's not like Star Zero Toxi's gonna go on to a PC and basically upload a video showing his quote unquote modded character if he really has one, and basically making a video saying, hey, this is kind of dumb that they're nerfing shit, because he knows he can just on PC he can just mod the character. Right there tells you how little Cybersoft really cares about the game if they're really allowing mods. If they truly are allowing mods, which I believe they are, because Cornai, or how you want to say his name, seems to have God tier luck considering his version of the game got restarted. He didn't get God tier luck, then how is he doing so? How the hell does he have so many freaking three Tempests for each class, let alone all the new weapons without problems? Or just about? I know the one dude who I found that's also on the same version of him was kind of pissed off when they shut the PC down when he was quote unquote going for the nuttiness. You missed him out over here. I think I wish otherwise, but it's seriously the problem. Like, I'm constantly messaging saying, like, I'm constantly messaging freaking Cyberstuff, which is kind of sad. But yet, I'm the only one who's physically messaging them. I know they did that survey not too long ago, but it's like, someone in there, when they were like, oh, do you guys got any other questions? Yeah, question 2. Why are you limiting the things that you guys are allowing us to basically tell you, like, what we want to see? Why not allow us to basically say in here, like, hey, we want to see, like, something new to the game. We want to see a change. Why don't you allow us to basically message them and telling them, like, yeah, sure, I want to see more weapons that look like they're fucking Dragonars, guys. Because that's really to make a difference. Not allow us to have the option of saying, like, what we want to see on the weapon. Just you want to see more weapons like the Dragonars. Some survey. Wasn't even a survey for the game. It's just a survey of what type of event should we make more of? Should we make more of our current new event, which is guaranteed to have the best items, or should we make more events like the current old events that people definitely don't care for? Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Is like that was one of their damn questions, and like, how do you make that a question in your survey? Which would you rather have? More items in our events, or would you rather have less items? Do you guys want to enjoy our game longer? Or do you guys want to play the game for like maybe 20 minutes and be done with the game? Do you want to say that this game is fun, or do you guys want to only have like an even that might give you a whole 5 items to farm for, and then we're going to be like, we're good, we're done, it's good, you guys can have it now. Here's some scale glue, here's a new Oogie or two. Here's a new Oogie that's the same for all weapon types anyway, so I'm just going to make it for all weapons. Done. Or maybe a new weapon while I'm at it. Screw it. There you go, people. All you players should be happy, right? Because I just gave you all the main things you guys care about. I only had to put 3 whole items in there because it's not like you guys care about half the other items. What the hell? Brownie, why are you ghostly colored? Yeah, it's like almost like a transparent brown. Mm-hmm. That is back to normal. Mm-hmm. Like even like the I'm trying to say it was like trying to be an ass to none of the quote unquote old PC players that would upload on YouTube, like, but even the quote unquote two sisters that used to run together with a bunch of people until they broke up, they weren't really ever truly making videos of them talking about nothing. They were only showing, guys, look at how OP I am with the new Vanguard. Woohoo! Talk about the problems with the game, not just show off the new Vanguard. You guys really did one thing and one thing only. You just basically told players like how OP the new Vanguard is, and that's all you did. I know I've even made a few random videos where I quote unquote like showed off new Magatamas or whatever, but well, not Magatamas, but new skills in the game. But it's like I really only do that to one of us, in my opinion, prove to people like, hey, this is not worth it for you to waste your time going for. Yep. Good Lord, can you just stop falling? Basically the thing I got all my stuff plugged into. I really hate saying it like that, but it's like, can we ever do or try to do something different for this game? 10 years and the game still feels the same. It doesn't feel different, it doesn't feel unique. 10 years of this game being around, it has just become pay to win or get off a game. Pay to win or get off the game. Pay to win or get off the game. Let's not think of a new mechanic for the game every, like I don't know, let's look at Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, who has been around for longer, about the same time as Onigiri, well, technically less time than Onigiri, and they, let's see, transformation unit, switch unit, swap unit, they're now added a new one where you can actually switch characters to become 2 different characters at one time. Before it was swapping one character to be another overpower, to be a second character, basically no more different from the transformation, but still a different mechanic. Cyber set, add Vanguard, add Yokai, that's complete trash, add assist, and then add them out. Or add them out, then add assist. What will the new following year? Nothing. Add a new weapon. What are they going to do the following year? Nothing new. Add a new weapon. Following year? New Magatama, new weapon, nothing more. Like, by this stage, this game has to be worked. Like, I know it'd be impossible for a game to be worked on by one person, but by this stage, the game feels like it's even being worked on by like 35 people. Considering that's all that comes to the game more often than not. New Magatama, new weapon, new Magatama, new weapon. Take your freaking pick. New perk, new perk, new perk. Maybe potentially a new perk this one. Maybe a big giant event that might look new, then a bunch of reruns. They can't even, like, I still don't understand how even a game that's supposedly free to play, that was running free to play longer than this game, and yet they were also having free to play events that you can at least run, and you get special keys that allow you to go run the old events so you can get the characters yet. But the legendary cyber sites can't seem to get wrap their head around. Man, maybe we should make some new items to the game that actually reward some of the older players so they can technically get some of the old items again. People like to say the Reduxes are OP and Maganahamas. Maybe I should turn around and find a way to where maybe, just maybe, you could get Reduxes back. Or you could go for Redux again. Instead of randomly having it every month where we're like, hey, we're adding these 2 random events. 1 per into 1 event. Woohoo! At this stage, we could have replaced some of the items in the game. They can literally name off 1 item that should have been replaced by this stage. And I don't even have it on me. Like, no one's doing shit with the yokai by this stage because they don't put no work on them. Like, it's impossible and improbable to even have a reason for you to care about any of that shit by this stage when they're not physically updating the game for nothing but Vanguard. Nothing but Vanguard. Nothing but Vanguard. Surprisingly, what? A month ago, we finally got a new assist. If I'm not mistaken, Rabbit. Like, we literally just got a new assist, like, literally last month. The brand newest assist over fucking, what? 4 years-ish? If not 5 years? Damn, you would think assists may as well be dead besides for last month. Mounts are completely dead by this stage. Yokai's completely dead because they haven't added a new one. Vanguard's your specials keep getting more shit. Guests are completely dead because they don't even try to do collabs no more. And standard, well, if you think you're ever going to see another character or 2 here, you're kind of dumb. Because they don't care about that either. If it ain't a Vanguard, they're not making money. It's not ARP, they're not making the money, and even if they give a free-to-play one, like, the last free-to-play thing they gave us was this guy, was this horse. It's just so fun, just having one whole move that I can do. Woohoo! It's really interesting to have this overpowered horse that does shit. You're better off just going for the robot instead of even wasting your time giving him the carrots, and yet they make it to where the carrots still drop. They never remove the carrots. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but by this stage, even the point drama, they could have updated the carrots to where it's like 1 carrot is equal to 2k worth of fucking points. That way, if you already got the stupid horse out of the way, at least you're not, quote unquote, just laughing like, haha, I just got a stupid carrot over a Magatama, guys. And that's really helpful. Getting a useless item over something that's helpful. Hey, can I eat the carrot? Since the carrot is a food item, can I technically equip it to my character and eat it? Nope. I'm sure why they didn't just make a random item that's already in the game. Like, you gotta get Moonfur to get his garbage ass. And just made Moonfur pop early. I made a special event where they did it with Ivy. Yeah, you think being on the moon is, and there's the even more sad part. You think being on the moon, where you definitely would have brownie guaranteed done, you'd start getting the freaking carrots. Nope. You should get them. We're never gonna ever truly get the carrots to ever stop, no matter what dungeon you run. Run the very last dungeon in the game right now, where you play Ultimate Binky, which is the hardest, which is the actual kind of fun and hard boss to fight. You still get carrots. Go do a perk, you still will get a carrot in there, which is kind of dumb. The in-game content gives you carrots. So Brownie must be the legendariest horse that we all don't know about, Which means he must have some superpowered awakening form coming along soon. Sort of is. Yeah, it also doesn't help when you already know how the game is. Not like the mobs are truly following you 100%. They just teleport where they truly want to go. Get that entire thing where they just want to shoot the living shit out of you constantly because there will always be more mobs in the game than there actually is players on the maps. No, you still ran right past him. I'm gonna say I'm really surprised I did not see one thing and one thing only in there. I'm surprised I did not see no carrots in that last room. Definitely not common, compare. I already have. Of course you did. Where do you not get infinite loading screen? I guess I might not be able to watching or super single. I put my finger on my nephew right now watching. Oh, now I have no idea. There's no same two people watching. Now I'd definitely be completely confused on who the second person would be. But almost 100% I'd be surprised if it ain't my nephew at least. Your nephew mine, if you're able to hear me, but type in the comment section. Possibly. Winter Rabbit is back. That's all set. Apparently you can't. Mainly what? You can't English versus shit. English. Man. Rabbit, are you forgetting how to speak your own natively? Your own negatively. Not like I can ever say it. Good Lord, Rabbit. Rabbit, I don't think Miyamoto is very good in here. And again, she's good in nowheres anymore. I don't think she's good anywheres though, too. Which doesn't help. You haven't killed the second boss yet, you goof. Because that Miyamoto just does that low damage where it's not even funny. Yeah, wow, you do more damage yourself anyways. Come on, gang, give me freaking items by this stage. I'm seriously curious. actually does sound like my voice is coming through for once. It doesn't sound like it's somehow being cut out by some random crap. My voice actually does sound like it's actually coming through the video for once. Surprise, surprise. I guess it'd be better if I was actually doing a bit more interesting on the game instead of kind of just getting carried, but well, may as well be Saizo eventually. Okay, I should just make a character and call it Saizo later. You know, this is the kind I play this game on. Make a character and call it Saizo, because that's basically about as weak as she's gonna become. It's not like they're planning on buffing any other partner anytime soon. Kinda pathetic. Raise damage output, get better mag combos, get better weapons. Heck, even run all their ideas in this game by this stage. If they tried something new, I think players would actually give them a chance. Not, well, maybe, but again, once they drop that nerf, since I already got that nerf for PC, Steam and PC, they don't know if players are even care. So once they even nerf something, it's GG. Better they actually tried. Geez, by this age, I would have actually made a message Cyberstep and actually ask them if we can get Kyoto in the game. We can give a starter stream from them where it hits 32 freaking times, makes 18 times, and does triple the damage of our characters. So he's not only a vanguard, but has a good damaging character. At this stage, they might as well start doing collabs with SAO. We're getting close to it. Yeah, may as well. May as well add to Kyoto and fucking start to see if they can get SAO to do collabs with them. Make them completely park and keep them, and basically make sure that if anyone knows a way that you could somehow get a hold of the people that make SAO, tell them like, hey, do a collab with the people that work at Cyberstep and tell them like, hey, no matter what, you cannot nerf our characters. That way we finally get some vanguards into the game that are permanently as strong as they can be. Most likely not, but still. Bigger game company, which means they get more quote-unquote money out of it. Because a lot of people would probably come to the game if they started like adding actual some big characters. Other than them doing a collect. Yeah, but they could also do other character collabs. Like, they could technically add, Goku, fucking Dragon Ball basically characters, fucking Bleach characters, Naruto characters, you name it. Well, Dragon Ball would probably be a little bit more of an if, but Bleach would work, Naruto would definitely work. Like, there are characters that would work from other series that people would definitely want to see as vanguards. Especially if they know it. Yeah, but too small overall. Not enough people know about it. Like, Dragon Ball could technically work if he were to take Trunks. I guess Vegito could kind of work, considering the whole Spirit Sword. Like, Dragon Ball at least has a few characters that could technically work, but you would definitely not get very many characters. Goku Black, Trunks, Zamasu, maybe somewhat Zamasu. Tapion. And then if Nintendo is willing to work with them, that's Legend of Zelda at least. Or this Link himself anyways. I guess Zelda would actually work considering she uses a bowl a lot of times. Or they could just basically build her whole entire setup around a bowl. Because we haven't officially got a character who just punches yet. Anyway. Yeah, but I'm just saying is like that would be the big thing that would stop him from being able to have normal Dragon Ball characters. Because Goku would have to have some type of punch and kick combination. And then would have to make a bunch of skills that quote unquote forced him to do punches or kicks. Besides where of course Kamehameha, which I guess might be broken but might not be. Because it depends on how big they make it. Yeah, but it really comes down to how good they would actually make it. Like if people would want to see Dragon Ball characters today in this game, you know, they would definitely want like the Kamehameha being fired, where it would basically be able to like more or less almost nuke a whole entire room by itself, if not close to it. At least certain percentages. But like I said, you can't argue saying like if they tried to do collabs with other companies out there by the stage, people would definitely love it, especially if those ones force them to say, hey, you can't nerf our vanguards. You can't nerf whatever we basically have added to the game. Yeah. The main thing is the drawback, like, they don't care. But that's usually what makes people want to play the game is because, you know, you get a collab character and it's broken for how long? Usually until the game dies. Make sure they got something like nerf or something on them where they somewhat become weak over time, but they're not completely garbage. And then on top of that, let's say they did Bleach, okay, so Ichigo comes with a ability to where like he actually gets like a hidden stat on him or a stat that we can actually affect, which higher his speed, the more damage he does. They just make it to where no other character has that speed mechanic, so we can never get access to it. But you get access to some of his attacks, but we don't get access to that speed mechanic on him. Then they could just quote unquote slowly like make bosses where they do resist the speed, but they more just become strong. Probably. Of course. Even the ironic part is like Ichigo would have that speed, which would quote unquote give him the free damage ball. But then you got the slice and dark, which he'd be most likely using. So they'd be able to make bosses that have slice and dark, which would still make them eventually weak, but that hidden speed modifier would quote unquote keep them from ever being completely garbage. And you can know that as well. Yeah, sadly don't. So how many times I can run these stupid moon dungeons and never see the recipes? It's insane. Ironically, I would love to see Ronin Kenshin as a fucking vanguard. And with his reverse katana. Ronin Kenshin. Basically Samurai X, as some people would also know the anime as. Yeah, even he would be actually kind of good to see in the game. No idea. He could be, but Doubt it. I don't really care for the whole, like, what if bullcrap on those characters. That, in my opinion, does not make sense in the long run, but if that's what people want to believe, they can believe it. But it'd still be just the idea, like, those two could easily be vanguards in the game, and they'd be definitely bringing some people to the game that would, they just get their hands on them. Especially if Cyberset doesn't quote-unquote make it to where they ever nerf them once, so like they're permanently as strong as they make them when they first come out, and they don't have to make them stupidly broken. They can just make it to where it's like after they hit 5 times, they can go into like a super stage or some type of super power-up form. Like when you first get Kenshin, he has a sword in reverse, so you're quote-unquote, even though you are hitting the mobs, you can basically just make the argument saying like he's knocked the mobs out, but he's not technically truly killing them, or he's doing low damage or something like that. But once he gets like 20 hits in, he turns the blade completely around, and now he's doing his cat. Now he's hitting all the mods for triple damage or something like that. Yeah, he's over here in the corner. Because you never aim that way. Like Samurai Jack, I can't really say what they'd be able to do with them 100%. I guess you could make the argument saying he would have like potentially like when he's like normal Jack and then like maybe like villain Jack or something. You don't want to put like 2 separate costumes for him for that form. They just basically make it where it's like same thing with Roman Kenshin, where he randomly decides where he, like when you press the button, you get enough hits and he like technically just gets a minor buff on him. Like his could just be called season 1. Like his could just be like a 6 skill activation. Nah, just like what's it like the flying survival character right now. This could just be like the true mind of the samurai or something, where it's like he gets X amount of damage buff and X amount of like different shit for him. Yep. That's room. I'm standing on it. Is I going the wrong way, rabbit? It's just kind of sad all the long runs of different vanguards they could come up with, or you can do collabs with other series that you know people would enjoy seeing. Even the what's the one anime called, a rabbit? The one where the characters have like the breath skills or whatever they're called. Demon Slayer or whatever. Would you say a lot of people don't want to see them basically add to the game? We already technically have their element. More or less all of their attacks in the game has elements. Yep. Yeah. He's following you. The biggest, only true problem. Ironically, they could even make it to where you could equip Magahamas to a Vanguard if they make them, to where we could at least choose how strong we want them to be. Give them the right element, give them the right Magahama, making them not just completely free. Well, not technically free. There he is. Funny, though. As soon as I go to work, it instantly shows. Super Single, what's up? Good. Super. Testing 1, 2, super. Looks like he has some problem with that at the moment. Or play the PlayStation myself with the party? I don't think he'll be back with you. There he is. Mm-hmm. Oh, this rabbit exit the freaking dungeon already. What the hell is up with PlayStation tonight? I have no idea. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I wonder what's up with PlayStation or what's up with his mic. Possibly. Possibly. But it did show that he's connected, just his mic wasn't, like, quote unquote, attaching or something. Mm-hmm. And his image was lit up and all that stuff. I'm missing this guy in the corner. Mm-hmm. But you were still missing that guy in the corner. Rabbit is. Like, ironically, would you read and complain if they added SAO characters to this? If they added, like, a new, like, special Magatama's that were only meant for them or some random crap. So that way they, even if they didn't try to, you read that completely the wrong way. Mm-hmm. And that's one of my other things that I think would actually make every Vanguard really just better is they actually added some Magatamas that are only meant for them. Or added like random things that would make a difference. Hello, Cinco. Your mic was being stupid. Because you lit up for me, showing that you could speak, but your thing wasn't lighting up. Possibly. Hey, Super Single, just to be, just a heads up, I am talking on you. I'm having a video on YouTube right now. Not really a lot of people watching, but still, definitely, you know, if you do got it turned on to where people can hear you. That'd be my guess. Especially considering you came into the bar TV. I'm pretty sure you tried to speak and there's like no voice came out of you, and then you left and came back, tried again, and nothing. Yeah, I know. Vanguards are always stupid when they get on certain things. Yeah. But it'd still be better if they were to actually have some actual program commands on them. Yeah. Like, the sad part is I know I'm not someone who has a computer, and I know I'm not someone who's quote-unquote ever coded stuff, but I don't see where it would really be that challenging for Somerset to really, like, fully program, like, nothing like that too, though. Mm-hmm. Like by this stage, this game doesn't just need like better things. It needs quality of life changes. It needs anything. New vanguards, not nerf the vanguards. Instead of nerfing them, just stop them. Mm-hmm. Like I really can't think of it. Like the sad part is in a way you could basically make the argument saying you can't think of anything that they could do, but that's the problem. Like I'm looking at other like games in the long run where it's like I see others able to do this or that or whatever, and it's like how can't they do it? I think. Mm-hmm. Because they don't want to. I bet $100 right now. Well, guaranteed they probably ain't working at the moment, but I'd be surprised if Saizo was working right now. I'd be surprised if they're probably not just sitting back. Game's fine. Hey, what should we do? Good idea. New weekly event? Yeah, sure. Let Vanguard go. Instead random Vanguard that we know we're going to nerf in like 2 weeks. Good idea. That'll work. People will like that. People will love that. We'll allow it to not be nerfed for a little while, so that way people will be willing to pay for the Vanguard again. But we're definitely going to nerf it. Should we ever think about maybe we might want to start investing about the game closely to where maybe players might start quitting once we start doing that? Who cares? They're fucking retarded. Well, they're still gonna give us money. It doesn't matter. They're stupid. They'll keep doing it. I'd really be surprised if that ain't the quote-unquote creators themselves' thought pattern right now, or even the main dead behind the game. And you even said it yourself, Super Single, is that even the Japanese players themselves can't even talk. I feel like even the game itself can't even try to work better. Like, it's not like they're just doing it to the American side where they're not listening to us, they're doing it to their own side. About the whole, like, they're not trying to do anything with the game. Like, we're on 10 year, at least, going on 11 years now for the game, and the game's still the same. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're not trying nothing new, like I gotta understand, like, Dokkan Battle making less money than these guys, making way more money than Cyberset's already would, because you got, like, what, 10 new mechanics by this stage, they're just now getting to their 9th year. Like, every year they tried to add a new mechanic. Transformation, fucking swap. A whole different type of swap now that they just added. Like, they've added different concepts. Like, even characters had counters. They have dodges. They have other ways for you to quote-unquote make the characters better than just the default. Like, Cyberset don't even try to do that. I really, except, my own opinion, I don't really care if they. The whole problem is I don't care if we basically get a graphic overhaul. I could care less. I'd rather see anything come to the game that, like, changes the game. Like, think, remember when we were playing the first thing and you can quote-unquote get that arc training thing unlocked? Now, imagine if Cyberset took that idea and made it to where it's basically locked to your weapons. Like, sure, it don't need to be level 40, but like imagine level 10 where you get like X mechanics that like they give you like 5 choices. Like you can raise the attack, you can raise the speed, like a modifier that's on the weapon, and permanently raise that modifier. Or they could even turn around and do the same concept with vanguards, where you quote unquote power up vanguards and make them stronger than what they are currently. Like anything you run in that dungeon gets stronger. Mm-hmm. Of course. Like even like me, like we were talking with Simon last night, where he's like, Great Magatama, he needs to get 220, and it's like, imagine if you could basically just throw on your weapon to where it costs less dirt to basically use that weapon instead. Like that's one of the modifiers you could choose from. Like if everything like breaks 10% slower, 20% slower, 30% slower, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. No, I'd be perfectly fine if it ain't built into the weapon at the start. I'd rather have like, I'd rather quote unquote, if I'm being honest, I'd love for what Dokkan did in the original way, where you get like the character has crit, the character doesn't have like the dodge, and they don't have the additional. Onigiri doesn't have the ability for us to get additional, but like imagine basically like the three options you have is like you can cut down the durability of the weapon, where the weapon quote unquote saves you some durability. Well, another option could be like it raises the element of the weapon, and B, the final one could be quote unquote just a flat out, hey, the weapon gets like a measly 1% damage increase. Which I'm not saying it would be only 1%, but I'm just saying like the first one you grab would be 1%, and as you get more like when they add more items, like more special orbs to the game that you can basically put into the weapon, boom, you're now able to take that 1% up to eventually like 15%, or maybe they might just say screw it and just lock it to that 5%. It's still an increase overall. Or like other modifiers that they choose to add, like potentially you could eventually get like more or less taking the effects on like a weapon that you do like how the Dragonards have the crit based on the current element of the weapon. You could quote unquote add that to a weapon that doesn't have it. Like you could make a weapon stronger or even affect a vanguard in the same exact way. And that we have vanguards for this long, and they never tried to come up with any type of way for you to modify them in any unique way. Like a way I think would actually be kind of interesting is just imagine ways that you could upgrade that vanguard, and like my Miyamoto is completely different from your Miyamoto single, or vice versa. Rabbit chose to go more crit heavy, or just Miyamoto to try getting me more damage buff. Where I chose to do more and less, like tried to make it where she hits harder, and you chose to say screw it, I don't think element's better, so you went more element heavy with her. Mm-hmm. So that'd be the whole thing. Is like there's other ways to go forward there. They don't want to take the ideas. That's the problem. Nope. Still no Firefly. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.